It is very annoying trying to do reactions when the editing system that you were using has been gone. CapCut's gone. So I have to figure out a way to use other apps that can work. And I found one. It is called Viva Cut. CapCut's cousin. It's called Viva Cut. Now, I did 3 reactions in total. Only one of them has been completed. The other 2, they're just going to be gone. So today, we are going to be reacting to something that I bet a lot of black people don't know about. I don't even fully know about it. So that's why we're going to watch it. And I want to really iterate. This reaction channel is not just about like reacting to just entertainment. We're here to have fun and learn some shit at the same time. So today we are going to watch a beginner's guide to understanding the power and purpose of the Orishas. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to make this as easy as possible for myself as I edit. I'm going to try not to really stop unless like I really need to. And we'll go from there. Let me get my headphones. I'm acting like I don't have to get up within the next, 8-9 hours? It's a 20-minute video, so we're probably going to be here for about maybe 25 minutes. And yeah, I got the video right here. Hold up. Shout out to Black Witch Yaya. We're going to tap in. 3, 2, 1. It should be on y'all's screen now. I'm going to start setting cues for myself. So when I'm editing, I know when shit pops up. I know when to put it on the goddamn screen. Alright, so it's full screen now. I'm going to like the video because why not? In a 3, hello, wait. Let's put the quality at 720. That's great, it's great, it's great, it's great. You know what I'm saying? Alright, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, click.
Friendly curiosity type of questions you may have. And
Hold up. From the beginning, shawty.
Hey y'all, I'm Black Witch Yaya. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And the goal of this video is if you just heard the word Orisha for the first time, this will answer any of the beginner friendly curiosity type of questions you may have in one big video. I know I have different videos explaining each Orisha, the story behind them, what they represent. But this video is for the individuals that are like, hey, I just want to know who they are, what they do, why we have them. Just so if they hear Ogun or Oshun or the word Orisha again, they can have some type of knowledge to go from and then slowly build on their knowledge as they binge watch all the rest of my videos.
Sorry to cut you off, Queen. I'm gonna let y'all know I know of Obatala, Ogun, Shango, Oya, Oshun, and what's bro name? Okosi. I know those. I know the story 100% of Obatala and Ogun, but I know the powers of the rest of them. So let's continue.
For anyone who just like the concepts of Orisha in general, you never know what you can learn from this video. So this is Orisha Explained.
Uh-oh. Let me turn it down a little bit. I want y'all to know that witches and wizards are not evil.
So when it comes to Orisha,
about
this
what
is
you
something
do
that I had to
with the
learn, and I'm
purpose,
still
your
correcting
powers.
myself with it now. The word Orisha does not have to be made plural. It already is plural. Even though it does not sound like it, I want to say Orishas, and sometimes I slip up and do just because it comes out natural. But Orisha is already plural. So if you hear me saying Orisha, Orishas, it's supposed to be Orisha. Don't mind me. It's just a slip of the tongue, okay? So where should we begin? Okay, so what's an Orisha? An Orisha is like a spiritual guide or divine being in Yoruba spirituality, which comes from the Yoruba people of West Africa, mainly Nigeria. They're seen as messengers or representatives of the supreme creator, Olodumare. Let's stop right here with the name. And along with other names of the Orisha I will mention, depending on the person, where they come from, who they with, what they practice, the pronunciations of the name will vary. Like, for example, I think in Santeria they may say Olodumare. just because, Spanish. I say Olodumare because, country. So it depends on your dialect, but it's this name right here. So they're seen as representatives of the supreme creator, Olodumare, and act as a bridge between humans and the spiritual world by serving as go-betweens who communicate divine messages, offer guidance, and help facilitate blessings or resolutions to life challenges. In Yoruba spirituality, it is believed that the supreme creator, Olodumare, is too vast and transcendent to interact directly with humans on a daily basis. So Orisha fill this gap by making the divine accessible and relatable to human experiences. In conversation, you will hear Olodumare and Orisha intertwined, but Olodumare is not considered an Orisha or a deity himself because he is like the head honcho. Like the name itself means the owner of time, and we're going to learn a little bit more about him. So he's kind of like then the mess.
Damn, the owner of time? Olodumare is the owner of time? That's... Okay, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of assistance. So I personally believe each goddess within any religion, they all correlate together. They just spread apart with different names, different categories. So Olodumare, when I heard her say that, it reminds me of what's that god in Greek, the god of time? I can't think of his name. His name is I can think of it. It's on the screen. That's who I'm thinking about. And it's ironic because the head can only do so much for the body. The body has to actually do things. You can't do stuff without your hands, your feet, your body, you know what I'm saying? So when I hear her say that also as well, another perspective that comes to mind is that Olodumare is a being that rules in the space of the crown chakra. And because it rules in the space of the crown chakra, it uses the Orishas to kind of help the land or help the body and help the parts of us that allows us to grasp and use things in a day in a life. So yeah, that's real interesting. Let's continue.
Messengers of the Orisha are like scattered, like the Orisha can be considered the messengers. Olodumare is like, I am the reason why you have a message to send in the first place.
Right.
Now, why is Olodumare so fancy smanchy that he can't communicate with humans directly on a daily basis? Olodumare is seen as a being beyond the direct reach of human understanding or everyday interaction. The concept reflects the idea that such a powerful, all-encompassing entity operates on a level that is too immense for humans to fully grasp or communicate with directly. If Olodumare were to communicate with us on a daily basis for every prayer, for every candlelit, for every concern, for every moment of confusion that we have, it would be like a computer engineer trying to explain the inner workings of an iPhone to a child that's just trying to watch Miss Rachel on YouTube.
Here's how that connects with what I said earlier. Our body is theoretically immature to the mind or to the spirit or to the soul, because the body is the one that's going through the evolutionary stages when the spirit and the soul is forever existing. Without the body, we continue to exist. So saying that, it's like saying Olodumare is like the grand priest of the spiritual environment, and the Orishas grasp information from the grand priest. It makes it easier for us to understand what the messages are. That makes a lot of sense. Look at us, we learning today. Okay, let's push play.
The children trying to watch Miss Rachel, it would be like, okay, why did you say, like, what are you saying? Like, what do you mean by this? You know how sometimes when someone's really passionate about a certain topic, they'll go into it using vocabulary we never heard of, and it's like,
I'm one of those people.
So what does that mean? Like, is this physics? Like, what are we talking about? So that's when the Orisha stepped in, like, child, all he said was ABC 1 2 3 you and me, blue and green. And it's like, oh, okay, I get it. Now, it's not like Olodumare thinks he's too good to talk to us, because he does, just through different avenues. One way Olodumare communicates with us is before we can even communicate ourselves, before we are even born, through our destiny. In Yoruba belief, before a person is born, their soul, their Ori, first part of the word Orisha, okay, you get it? You with me? All right. Our Ori selects our destiny from Olodumare. This destiny shapes our life path, purpose, and the challenge challenges or opportunities we will encounter. In this sense, Olodumare communicates through the blueprint of an individual's life. If we were
Ooh. And I don't know if y'all peeped Ori, Aura. Peep game. Orisha has the word aura in it. That's some shit. That's the bridges are connecting. See, a lot of people's bridges always up, meaning they don't know how to bring things down to make it make sense so we can connect and walk the path together. But when you learn how to just slow it down, process what you're hearing, just like when you are either in Chicago, New York, or whatever state or city or country that has a bridge that comes up and down, it takes time for things to come together so that we can make a connection. That's deep. Let's continue.
to take our entire destiny and print it out on a sheet of paper, Olodumare is the mastermind of what we see. The best example that I'm always giving in these Orisha videos is the Disney movie Soul. If you haven't watched that, please do. I may do a separate video on it. I love that movie. It has such a deep message. But in the movie Soul, Joe Gardner, the main character, goes on a spiritual journey to figure out the meaning of life and what makes him special. The movie shows that everyone has a purpose, but it explains purpose in a broader way, not just as a job or talent, but as enjoying life in its little moments. The You seminar in the movie, where souls find their spark before going to Earth, is similar to the Yoruba belief that souls are given their life paths and purpose before they are even born. So that's just like a little comparison to understand it further. But back to Olodumare and how he communicates with us. Another way he communicates with us is through nature. Olodumare's presence and will are reflected in the balance and order of nature, such as cycles of the season, the rising and setting of the sun, and the other universal phenomena. People interpret these as evidence of Olodumare's divine communication and governance. Now, another way he communicates with us, and I'm sure we have all experienced this, is that gut feeling you get when something feels off or you shouldn't do something. That's Olodumare. Olodumare communicates.
Hold on 1 second. I know I'm stopping a lot, but I'm giving more context to what she's saying, and she is going pretty fast because think about it. Videos like this, they were recording like 30 minutes long, and there's just cuts, and you just see them like going in a flow. So she explained two really very important things. Olodumare speaks to us through nature. If you've ever went to a park or went to a lake or went to a mountain, if you just sit in silence and you focus on one thing, whether it's a bird in the wind or the trees moving back and forth or the water flowing, that's in essence Olodumare communicating with you. Another version of that is like your higher self or your spirit guides or your ancestors speaking to you through nature. Another aspect of what she was saying, the brain and gut are interconnected. So as embryos, when you're in our mother's body, our heart is built first and then it's the stomach. And then it is going up here. It's kind of going like in this direction. So I believe the gut is the first brain, the mind is the second brain. Think of Ultra Instinct and Dragon Ball Z, whether you watch it or not, hear what I'm saying. He moves with instinct. Ultra means multiplied. So it's an ultra instinct where he's not thinking, he's feeling and flowing. So that gut feeling is essentially your true instincts going with the flow and not necessarily being combated with you overthinking a certain situation. Because overthinking is two different coins to overthinking. It's searching for an answer or it's contradiction. So be very aware of that. All right, let's get into it.
Subtly through an individual's inner consciousness or intuition. This is why the Ori, the inner head or our personal spirit, is so revered. It is considered a direct connection to the divine and guiding force for aligning with one's destiny. So connecting this concept to chakras, just to make it more connecting how everything connects. The solar plexus, which is located in the upper abdomen just above the navel, this chakra governs personal power, confidence, and the ability to make decisions. When this chakra is balanced, you trust your instincts and feel secure in your decisions. It helps you act on your intuition and follow your true path. But when it's imbalanced, we experience self-doubt, indecisiveness, anxiety, questioning ourselves, feeling out of touch with our purpose. So that's just a connection with that gut feeling. And this could be something common, like if you're driving in traffic and you're like, I don't know, I feel like I should turn left right here. I don't feel like I should go right. And then you just avoided a whole accident by not turning right. That gut feeling, he communicates with us. And another way Olodumare communicates with us is, of course, through Orisha. Orisha are seen as divine extensions of manifestation of Olodumare's power, representing specific aspects of nature and life that are easier for humans to relate to. They have distinct personalities, stories, and qualities that mirror humans in their emotions and experiences, making it easier to communicate with and a little less intimidating. And you know how sometimes you think of spirits, you look at the movies and it's like this being that's perfect and floating. You're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so scared. But Orishas almost live like a human life. So it's okay, you understand what I'm going through. It's kind of like having a mentor, and that mentor been in the same position that you were once in. So it makes them easier to talk to because they were once in your shoes. If you learn about the Orishas and their stories, you're going to be like, wait, I went through that too. Oh my God, I was Oshun. Like, you're going to be able to relate to them because it's not like out of touch experiences that we will never encounter. And this makes them more
I heavily relate to Shango's story and Ogun's story and even Obatala's story, because like we'll get into their story individually. I don't know if she's going to at all, but maybe we can in a future video. But I definitely relate to those three stories, and I definitely get it. That's why I'm able to be more patient and dial into things and be able to express it, because it's not just me, the one that's understanding it. It's the Orishas speaking to me, giving me the chance to express it to y'all. So just wanted to get at.
approachable and understanding for people seeking spiritual guidance, as their energy and focus are more specific and tangible. Okay, so each Orisha governs specific aspects of life and nature, such as love, justice, prosperity, or healing. When someone seeks help, they turn to the Orisha most aligned with their need. For example, if someone was seeking love or fertility, they might call on Oshun, while someone needing strength or protection might reach out to Ogun. Through rituals, offerings, and prayers, individuals connect with these deities to ask for assistance or guidance. In Yoruba practices and other related traditions, Orisha help guide and protect their followers, building a relationship with them. So building a relationship with the Orisha involves things like prayers, offerings, and rituals. It's a very personal and respectful connection aimed at finding balance and harmony in life. Let's stop here. Who are the Orisha? Who are we talking about? Who are these people that I'm speaking of? So for the Orisha, it's a whole lot of them. It's specifically 401, but not literally. Someone didn't count the Orisha like, okay, 398, 399, 400, 401. Got them all. All right, that's it. The 401 number is symbolic to an infinite number, specifically the one. The one stands for an unknown number. Some people may say 101, 301, 601. It's the one that is kind of like a ... to be continued, an infinite sign. It just shows that it's continuous, because there are a countless number of Orisha, but only a fraction are widely known, named, or actively worshipped. Over time, new Orisha can be recognized or revealed through spiritual practices, divination, or cultural adaptations. In essence, the number of Orisha reflects the infinite ways divine energy manifests in the world. While some Orisha are universally recognized, others may be unique to specific communities or individuals, making the tradition rich and diverse. And this fluidity allows a tradition to grow and evolve, like it's ever changing. It's always going to be a new Orisha discoverer, always going to be a new student. So don't feel like you're behind, because there's 401. We are still learning about them ourselves, okay? You're not behind. You're just on time, sweetie. So who made the cut? Who are the Orisha that are actively known? So the more known Orisha, and I'm going to do a quick breakdown of who they are, what they represent, and how you can recognize them. And I also have a video, a majority of the Orisha that I'm going to list as well if you want to know their full story. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the head.
1 second. I want to give y'all something real quick. The Orishas pantheon was formed between 500 and 300 BCE. Just wanted to let y'all know that. And maybe even before that. That's just probably when they saw the writings of it. So we can say is as early as we can say is 500 BCE, but it may be earlier than that. And yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that, just in case you didn't know.
Honcho himself, Olorun or Olodumare, the names interchange. His domain is okay, first of all, before we continue, if you hear me use the pronouns he, she for these Orisha, that's just based on the context of their story and how I was learned about them and how I utilized them. It could be he or she. It's their pronouns are they, them. It's not locked into only Oshun can govern over women. Only Yemaya can only govern over women. Only Ogun can only govern over men. It's not like that. I'm just saying he or she just to give them a pronoun for the story. So Olorun or Olodumare. He is the supreme creator and source of all energy. Olodumare is revered as the ultimate divine authority responsible for creating the universe and life itself. Olodumare is not worshipped directly but serves as the foundation for all spiritual practices. His colors are white or a spectrum of all colors, symbolizing purity, divinity, and the source of all energy. Obatala. He's over wisdom, purity, peace, and creation. He's the creator of all human forms, fatherly figure, and all about calmness and clarity. His colors are white, symbolizing purity, wisdom, and peace. Orunmila. His domain is wisdom, knowledge, and divination. His role, he represents the Ifa tradition and helps individuals understand and align with their destiny. Orunmila's connection to Olodumare is evident in his role as a custodian of destiny and divine knowledge. With this information, if you want to know more about Olodumare and Orunmila's connection and how they work together and how he was the only Orisha to witness, it's a whole creator story behind that. So I'll link that below if you want to understand his role. His color is yellow, green, or a mix, symbolizing knowledge and growth. Ogun. He's over iron, war, strength, and craftsmanship, protector of warriors, laborers, and all who face challenges. Ogun's energy fuels perseverance and determination. His colors are green and black, representing iron and strength, as well as earthy resilience. Shango. His domain, thunder, fire, power, and justice. He's a charismatic, courageous showman. Shango is a symbol of authority, energy, and righteousness. His colors are red and white, symbolizing fire, passion, and justice. I'm sure you guys have all heard of this next Orisha, Oshun, over love, beauty, fertility, and rivers. A compassionate and charming Orisha who governs emotional and physical abundance. Oshun embodies joy, sensuality, and healing through love. Her colors are yellow and gold, symbolizing prosperity, joy, and beauty. Yemaya, who's my head Orisha, hence why my name is Black Witch. Yaya is short for Yemaya. So for those of you guys who didn't know, because a lot of y'all think my name is like Ayana or something, the Yaya is short for Yemaya. Yemaya is over the sea, motherhood, and nurturing, a maternal protector and healer. She is a source of comfort and sustenance. Her colors are blue and white, representing the ocean and maternal care. Eshu, he's over communication, crossroads, and opportunities, the messenger between humans and the divine. He also goes by Elagua, and he opens and closes pathways, ensuring balance and connection. His colors are red and black, symbolizing duality, balance, and transition and tricking. He's a trickster. Oya, her domain is wind, storm, change, and transformation. Oya is a fierce and dynamic Orisha governing transitions, marketplace, and the connection with ancestors. I know I keep saying transitions, but the harsh transitions we go through in life. I did a really good video explaining Oya and how she's over transition within humans and nature. Her colors are burgundy, purple, and brown, symbolizing power, transformation, and grounded energy.
Burgundy was the only color I've ever put in my hair. All right, well, we may have to talk.
Lion. His domain is herbs, healing, and nature. Patron of herbalists and traditional medicine, Osian bridges the natural and spiritual worlds. His colors are green, representing nature, healing, and vitality. Ochoisi, who's over hunting, justice, and focus. The protector of clarity, focus, and precision, guiding individuals toward achieving their goals. His colors are blue and yellow, symbolizing insight and sharp focus. Olokun, over deep ocean, wealth, and mysteries. And I know you guys heard me say ocean before for Yemaya. Olokun is the deep ocean, like the non-reachable, deep under the sea, like he's down there. He represents the unknown depths of the sea, hidden knowledge, and prosperity. His colors are deep blue and black, symbolizing the mystery and depth of the ocean. Babaluaye is healing, disease, and health, guarding against epidemics and diseases, offering protection and healing, just overall health, whatever ailments that someone may have, just overall health and balance. His colors are brown, purple, and white, symbolizing health, transformation, transformation, and the sacred. Now, some of these names may sound familiar, so you might have seen or heard of Orisha references. Artists like the Queen herself, I love her, Beyonce, like I always say, this is a Beyonce stan page. Beyonce and Solange have incorporated Orisha-inspired imagery in their bodies of work. Also in books as well, authors like Tommy, who wrote Children of Blood and Bone. Children of Blood and Bone have created fantasy worlds inspired by Yoruba mythology and Orisha. Also, Antoine Bandela Ella, who we have reviewed on this channel, who focuses on mythology of the Orisha using their characteristics and portraying them interacting with humans. I'll link those videos down below too. If you really want to know the Orisha, their roles without feeling like you're taking in too much information and learning it in an easy way, his books are amazing. You may have heard the term Orisha come up in conversations with people or in media that you watch as you're discovering more things on your spiritual journey. So let's go over a few common questions that one may have. Why do people honor the Orisha? Let me break it down to bullets. To find guidance, healing, and balance in life, to connect with nature and the universe, to honor ancestors and cultural heritage. How do you begin with the Orisha? Like, okay, now I know about them. Like, what do I start doing? How do I incorporate it with what I'm doing? First, just continue to learn about the Orisha. Start by understanding their stories, characteristics, and domains. Approach this with an open heart and humility. Many people seek guidance from experienced practitioners or elders, or if you know someone that's initiated that can guide you through, and make sure that you trust them, because watch out for the scammers and the manipulators. Practice gratitude as well. Give thanks to your ancestors and Odumare for the path you're exploring. You could just give them thanks in general. Start by doing that. The most controversial question: can I honor the Orisha if I'm not initiated? Yes, I know that's controversial, but yes, you can. You can start by learning about them, like I said, making small offerings or creating an altar. However, deeper rituals and practices often require guidance from an initiated practitioner. Don't just go in and start asking for stuff like, okay, oh shoot, I'm trying to get pregnant, girl, come on. Don't do that. Learn about them. Take your time with it, you know. How do I choose which Orisha to work with? Many people feel naturally drawn to a specific Orisha based on their personality, life circumstances, or spiritual signs. A divination session with a trained practitioner can also identify your guardian Orisha. You may work with certain ones for rituals or practices that you're doing, but it's always that one Orisha or two Orisha that's over your head, over your Ori. What's the first step for someone new to this tradition? Start by researching and learning. Continuously learn. You will never learn enough about this. Pay respect to your ancestors and connect with nature. Take your time and learn. Don't just be like, okay, I want something, so let me just learn about them now so I could just put them to work. Learn about them out of genuine curiosity and not greed. And this goes to why is respect and humility so important in Orisha worship. Respect and humility show reverence for the divine forces and ensure your intentions are pure. This practice is about building relationships, not demanding favors. Like they give to you, you give to them. Okay, so how do you find a teacher or mentor in this practice? Look for reputable practitioners or communities, both online and in person. Be patient and discerning with finding these mentors for you. And I know I'm always giving a lot of slack about watch out for the scammers. People will manipulate you. There are some genuine people who want to teach you, who want to guide you through this without taking full control of you. So don't let me scare you, but let me add some caution to your journey. Okay, just don't fall for anything. Listen to yourself first. If something don't feel right with the person, you leave. Do your research. Let your spirit guide you so you aren't vulnerable to anybody who looks reputable and they may take advantage of your naivete when it comes to the Orisha topic or spirituality in general. What kinds of offerings are appropriate for each Orisha? Offerings match the Orisha's preferences. For example, Oshun, honey, oranges, or cinnamon. Ogun, rum, meat, iron tools. Yemaya, watermelon, molasses, or seashells. If you go into the ocean, some pennies. So learning about each Orisha will tell you what type of offerings that they tend to like. Can Orisha tradition coexist with other spiritual practices or religions? Yes and no. Many practitioners incorporate Orisha worship with other beliefs, especially Christianity or Islam. As seen as the African diaspora, it is not as public because a lot of people do it. Let me just say this. A lot of people worship the Orisha, have an altar for an Orisha, but will claim that they're Christian to the world. But from my eyes, I have seen people mix and mingle and intertwine these beliefs, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Do what fits for you. Craft your spirituality the way you want to craft it, as long as you're being respectful during the process and not just focus on greed and self-gain.
Right.
go ahead. So I know this is a lot of information at once, but I hope this video helps you better understand Orisha. And let me know down below if you have any other Orisha questions or videos that I should do. I also want to share this as well. It is okay to learn about the Orisha. It is okay to be curious about the Orisha. It is okay wanting to give an offering to the Orisha. It's fine. It's not only for the initiated. I know that is taught and that is put upon people so they can control who's learning about it. But in the world we live in, information is vastly and easily accessible. So you can use that to your advantage to add on to your spiritual knowledge, as long as you're not using it to manipulate, trick, demonize, or whatever. As long as you have pure intentions, feel free to learn about them. Feel free to ask me any questions down below that you may have. I am not initiated. I'm just a person that loves to learn and loves to share. But thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And like I always say, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. Until next time, you guys, Ashe, baby.
That was a beautiful video. Beautiful, beautiful video. She explained it very well. Very, very well. She explained it wonderfully. I do want to add a little bit. I know we at the 30-minute mark, but give me like another 2-3 minutes and it'll be worth your time. Like she said, you could definitely worship the Orishas and also worship whatever other religions you do. I will say I don't actively worship them on a daily basis, but I've had conversations with these spirits. I've met them in meditations, not all of them, but like, you know, specific ones. And just like with anything that you experience in life, how you have a relationship with things, even if it's a digital thing or if it's a physical thing, the relationships you have with your spirit guides, whether they are your angels, whether they are Orishas, whether they are whatever, they're very important because it adds into your journey and it adds to your spiritual knowledge, because knowledge is power at the end of the day. And how you use that power is very important. She definitely spoke on chakras as well too. My solar plexus has been a little bit shaky recently, but I haven't been hard on myself, so it's made me be a lot more easier to acknowledge it and fix it and grow it. So I saw this. I didn't watch this video the other day when I saw it, but I knew when I seen it, I needed to watch it, not only just for y'all, for a YouTube video, but also for reinsurance for myself, because I have a lot of times where like I'll go into something and then I'll take like a 2-3 week break and I'll go back into it. So I always know, and y'all can even take this into your own day-to-day practices, you can always learn one thing in each category a day. And it don't have to be like a 40-minute, hour-long video of each thing, but if you give yourself time to learn one thing, grasp it, understand it, refresh your body, go to the next thing, kind of like how if we can have in middle school, if we can learn 5 or 6 different subjects at once, you know, math, reading, science, language arts, and whatever extracurricular class, if we can do that when we were children, we can do that as adults. You know what I'm saying? Learn different spiritual practices, and not necessarily like practices, but different beliefs and the entities that are dwell in those beliefs, because you never know. You probably came across either a sign or a visual of something that connects to one of these religions, and it may be reach out to you to connect with something that's already inside of you. We don't talk a lot about, and I say we meaning the collective of people, we don't talk a lot about the connections that we see in spirituality, whether it's Orishas, whether it's Buddhists, whether it's the Nation of Islam or Christianity. Some of these religious practices originate from inside of us. So some of us may have Jesus within us. Some of us may have Buddha living within us. Some of us may have Olodumare living within us, or Shango, or Ogun, or, you know what I'm saying? There's so many different levels to it. So that's just something to keep in mind with, because it's very interesting to dive deeper into your spiritual practices and your spiritual knowledge, because it gives you more to build with in your life. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember it was a 21 Savage video. We sleep 3/4 or like, what he said, 2/3 of our life. You know what I'm saying? And we only really get 25 to 30 years of really living. So always, not saying you're going to live to 25 or 30. What I'm saying is that you're going to want to take advantage of each day as much as possible. And one of the best ways to take advantage is not only having a good time, but also learning things that spark your mind. So, yep, that's it for this video. Let's hope, not even let's hope, I'm going to allow the universe to guide me with making sure this is delivered to y'all in the most easiest way possible. Because, man, I've been having editing issues for a while, but, you know, I've still been pushing through. Music videos coming soon. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my other channels as well. Link will be in the description. Love y'all. Peace.